Good morning, cloudy New York. Today is, oh look at this ring light around this. It is Sunday. It is a cozy, and by cozy I mean it is 20 degrees outside. It's been freezing this weekend, but I want to have a cozy, productive, chill day, which is kind of like a Sunday vibe anyway, but I don't have any plans. I don't have to be anywhere, and I am going grocery shopping. So, gonna take you guys with me. This just looks ridiculous on this thing. We are gonna make a little espresso drink to start it off. It's actually not super early in the morning. I gotta admit, it's actually a little past noon, but we don't need to talk about that. I spent my morning, woke up, hungover for the first time in a long time. I will say I have not been going out or really drinking for the last couple of months. I've had like a few drinks here and there, but not like going out. But last night we celebrated my friend Tyler's birthday, and we did a surprise party for him, and it was really fun. I had a few drinks and I felt that this morning. I'm gonna put some collagen in my milk, get that protein. I talked about this on the podcast with Sierra a little bit. We were talking about dry January because she was trying to do dry January and then she cracked and drank one night with her neighbors, and we were talking about it. And honestly, like, I think it's good to be intentional about, you know, your drinking habits and like why you're drinking, and maybe challenge yourself to drink less or not drink if that's something that you maybe struggle with or wish that you didn't do. But ultimately, I think it's just good to like be intentional. Like, you don't have to go cold turkey. You can have one night where you celebrate a friend's birthday and don't feel bad about it. But just maybe cut out the like unnecessary peer pressure drinking where you just get a drink at dinner because your friends are, like that kind of thing. I think that's a good way to look at dry January, and just like be intentional, but without like being hard on yourself about it. So let me know, are you guys doing dry January? What are your thoughts? I've never, oh no, I just lost a nail. Hey, these things have lasted pretty well. I got these back in Oregon right after Christmas, so that was the first one to go. Pretty good. I do need to get them redone, so maybe I'll make an appointment. Well, I don't know when I'm gonna go. Anyway, I'm gonna glue this back on after I make my coffee. So we're gonna froth the milk in my Nespresso. You might have seen in my weekly vlog. But after I was up for a while and drinking water and had a little bit of food, I'm okay. But it just gave me a slower start to the morning. I woke up like honestly pretty early. It was like 8 something, and just kind of hung out, was on TikTok for a bit, and then I saw a movie on TikTok that I hadn't seen before, and I was like, ooh, I want to watch this. And so I watched a movie this morning. It was called Sleeping with Other People. It's like a rom-com with Jason Sudeikis and, oh, what's the girl's name? I don't know, but it was really, really good. The writing, oh, Alison Brie, I want to say. The writing was great. I really liked the characters. And it was kind of like a different, one of those like platonic friends that give each other advice and then fall in love kind of stories. But it wasn't like too generic or basic. Like, I don't know, it was good. So highly recommend. I just rented it for a couple dollars on Amazon Prime. But I watched a movie. I was just chilling out. I really didn't do anything productive. I could have been editing while I was watching the movie, and I told myself I was gonna do that, and I did not. So that's where we're at. And I looked up chili recipes that I'm gonna use for, I'm gonna make chili this week, I've decided, as my dinner. So I wrote down ingredients I need to get. I'm a little all over the place, as you can tell. I'm gonna drink out of a Christmas mug because why not? Oh yeah, so now I'm just gonna go grocery shopping this afternoon. I also wanna just kind of have like a little, my take on a self-care day, so that's why I thought it'd be nice to vlog and take you guys with. I might do some like stereotypical self-care things, like maybe a hair mask, or I don't know, something with my skin. My skin always gets irritated by the weather, and I've been not the best with it lately, but working on it. And I don't know, I want to actually talk about my 2022 goals and New Year's resolutions and everything, because I said that I was going to do that in the other vlog, and then I ended up not, because it was a long vlog enough. Maybe write down some goals, and well, I already wrote down some goals. Maybe talk about some goals and do that whole thing, even though it's a couple weeks late, but better late than never. So wow, look at that bird's eye view. I need to get some more Nespresso pods. I still haven't been to an espresso store since I got this thing, and I know that there's a few in the city, so I should do that. Boom. Okay. Sorry, I probably just gave you a headache with that, I just realized. Let's add some collagen milk, and voila. Ready to brave the cold. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, we made it back. Got the goods. I love how they still have the holiday bags. Living it up. We got eggs. We got gluten-free everything bagels, as always. I also lost another nail, so definitely time to make an appointment. We got some veggies. I got a bell pepper, an onion, 2 avocados. I think that's all I had to get for the recipe. I already had stuff. I got 1 thing of ground turkey, and then I realized after I already left the store that I probably need 2 of these, but oh well. Okay, I got 2 seasonings because I really needed to get chili powder. My face isn't even in this. And they did not have. So that was unfortunate because I'm making chili. But I fought on my feet and I got the chili lime seasoning blend, which I don't think really, because it's like chile, not like chili. So I don't know. I already have some of this, but I was like, if I need to use a lot, then I'll just have a backup. And I also got the barbecue 101 seasoning. I don't know, maybe a mix of these. I'll look it up. I didn't have service in the store, so I couldn't Google like chili powder alternatives. So we'll see. It might taste awful. And then, this is kind of random, but I got some kitchen towels because the ones that I have now are Christmas ones. So I wanted to get some neutrals. I didn't know that they had these usually. I just kind of stumbled on them, but they had a set of 3. I think it was like $5, so pretty good deal. And I got the tan color with some stripes, and I thought they were cute, so yeehaw. And oh my god, you guys, best thing in the entire world. If you haven't tried these yet, hands down, run, don't walk. Go to Trader Joe's right now and see if your store has them. They're the vegan cookies and cream bonbons, and they're so freaking good. Like, even if you're not vegan, I think they're delicious. And the best, my favorite dessert of all time, I should say. Maybe not of all time, but like my favorite store-bought ice cream dessert, I would say. Incredible. I got a can of kidney beans. I got a can of diced tomatoes or crushed tomatoes. Yeah, I think you can get either one for chili, but I got crushed. And I already had some black beans, so I'm going to use these with them. Of course, I got my ginger chews because I always need some. I think I already have a backup bag of these, so I didn't really need to buy them, but I haven't been going to Trader Joe's every week, so I thought, why not? I got some oven roasted turkey breast. I've been liking doing this with a little bit of vegan cheese melted on an open-faced bagel as a snack, or like a little lunch, kind of like afternoon bite, I would say. Turkey's just good. And they had very little to speak of in terms of like bacon, turkey bacon. Everything was wiped out, but I've never tried this one. This is all they had left. It's no sugar, dry rubbed, uncured bacon. So looks like bacon. And finally, I got some frozen brown rice, my favorite. They make it the best. And I'm almost out, so that's my haul. It was slightly crazy in the store, but I managed, and the only thing that I didn't find that I needed was the chili powder, so I'd say it was a success. Oh, and they didn't have the rice cakes, which I love, but it's so hard to find that. Anyway, I'll get over it. Anyway, I'm gonna put the rest of this away, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do this afternoon. I'm not even sure that I want to make the chili today. I kind of want to make it tomorrow for some reason, and I also have some leftovers still that I can eat for dinner, so I might hold off and not cook it today. But now I have the goods and I'm stocked for the week, so feeling good. I think I'll do a workout, or maybe I'll do my goals and stuff and sit down with you guys in a minute. That sounds like a good idea. We'll see what I do next. Okay. We are posted up in my favorite place to sit and chat, except when it's 20 degrees outside, because I'm right in front of the window and I can definitely feel the cold air, but it's fine. I have my 2021 planner here joining me because I did not purchase the 2022 planner, and I don't know if I plan on it, funny enough. 2022 new year goals, ideas, visions, I guess intentions. That's kind of how I like to frame resolutions, if anything. And earlier on, like around New Year's, I was thinking I wasn't even gonna do resolutions this year, or like specific things, because I kind of just am still working on things and going on a similar path to 2021, especially towards the end of like trying to work on myself and really like make that reflect and manifest in other ways in my life. And I thought that instead of, you know, trying to do this whole start over fresh slate, a bunch of new resolutions and such, that I might just kind of have it like carry over. But at the same time, as I got thinking about it, I could come up with some specific ones, so I thought I would share that with you. So I used the same categories that the planner gave me last time. So this is what I wrote. Well, I guess this one isn't very good, but the word of the year last year was alignment, and then over here it has all these categories. I'll just go one by one. I don't need to tell you all of them now. But the first one is, and also I think I talked about this in my, oh god, you guys, I'm still not up to date with my uploads, so I don't know like when things are where in videos and what I've talked about, but I did talk about how I think my word of the year is going to be becoming. I think I talked about that. If not, whatever. I've gone through a few words that just didn't stick. So becoming I really like, because I feel like it kind of encompasses what I want with evolving and working on myself and implementing those lessons into my life more, and becoming a version of myself that's like going in the right direction and just better than I was before, you know? So, which is, I mean, life is like that. It should be. That's the goal. But I feel like especially for 2022, I really like the idea of becoming, you know, I think this has already been said, so I'm not going to harp on it if you already saw that in the other video, but that is my overall goal. So I framed these as in my personal goals. My first one is, okay, some of these are kind of generic, but whatever. Becoming a more varied reader. I definitely want to read more. I used to read a lot, and then even 2021, I kind of fell off of it a little bit. Like I was still reading constantly, but it would take me a lot longer to finish a book, and I'd get distracted with other things instead of reading. So I want to prioritize it again. I know this is like a resolution that everyone makes, but when I say varied, I think I want to just expand what kind of things I'm reading more and different authors, and not just like, you know, the generic super popular fiction books that every girl in my age group is reading at the same time. Not that I did only read those before, like I do mix in some nonfiction and some different things, but I think I could do better at that, and like reading more diverse backgrounds and authors that kind of just like challenge my own worldviews and everything more. So if you have recommendations of books that change your life or you think would be really useful to read, let me know. DM me. Next one is become someone with signature routines and style, which sounds, okay, I'm gonna stop prefacing everything I say with it sounds stupid, because this is part of me being uncomfortable talking about these things, because even though they're kind of surface level, like it feels vulnerable in a sense, because I'm like, when you open yourself up to sharing things that you want to work on, it's kind of like I know I'm not good at this, and now it seems kind of silly that I am trying to get better at this, and I could fail at this, and then it, you know what I mean? So I feel like I have this natural inclination, like this flinch, to just kind of like try and like negate some of the things I say. So I'm gonna try not to do that while I'm sharing this list, because that's part of the whole thing. But when I say signature routines and style, I definitely want to have a more like clean, consistent style, not just with clothes. I want to have more of a like capsule wardrobe kind of style, which I think I could be a lot better at, and I want to go through and get rid of a lot of stuff and donate. I mean, not just like trash, but anyway, and not only clothes, but also just like style in my apartment. I want to actually become someone who is good at interior decorating and has a home that like feels like me. And I know it's not gonna be perfect and it's a process, but I've always had this narrative to myself that I just am not a decorator, I'm not a home person, it's just gonna suck. Like, I'm an inflatable couch person, and that's just who I am at my core. But really, like, I do think it would be nice to have some other warm, homey touches in this place. So I want to develop that kind of style in that sense, and also like clothing style, and have more routines in my life. I didn't realize I made that two different ones. Okay, yeah, so I said more signature routines and style, and then I said someone with a warm and cozy home. And the last one is the personal goal is still kind of like working on that, what I talked about before, becoming more healed and self-aware, which I think we should all be working on. But yeah, just kind of like continuing that path. And I think healing is always a good, even if you don't think that you have, you know, things that are hugely traumatic to heal from, like that word sounds pretty intense, I would say. And in the past, you know, when I would hear people saying like, oh, you need to heal from this, blah, 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 like I would always think, oh, well, I haven't really been through that kind of like something that hard or whatever. But really, I think I've changed my perception of what I think healing is, and I think all of us have things that you can heal from, and you know, of course, childhood things that you don't know that affect you, and a lot of just like internalized beliefs and things that might not have come from like a hugely traumatic event or thing that's easy to pinpoint, but there's always things that you can heal in a sense, if that makes sense. Okay, so those are my personal goals. So again, all about becoming. And then the family and friends goals, this one says, the first one is expand what I do with my friends. Like we, you know, kind of tend to do a lot of the same things when we hang out, and I think it's kind of fun to try and like bring new things with your friends, or like, you know, have new activities. So not even just like fun things, like for example, we did a vision board night at my friend's apartment the other week where we all just like sat together and talked about our goals and put together vision boards, and like that was cute, you know, it doesn't even cost money and it was just like refreshing. But I kind of want to expand that even more and do maybe some like volunteer things with my friends, or explore new parts of the city or small businesses or something like that. Just doing more things besides just like going to restaurants and bars and stuff, you know? The next one is make friends in classes or groups. Like I'd love to get involved with some sort of book club, which I've done book club with my friends in the past, but it's like our already established friends, like it wasn't with other people that we didn't know. So I'd like to do something like that, or like take a class, take a cooking class or something. I want to take some sort of class this year. Maybe take a language class even, I don't know, but I think that would be a really cool way to meet new people also, and in the process be learning something, which is useful. Put more effort into seeing long distance friends and family, especially with the pandemic. I know this hasn't been the easiest, and I did get to see my friends in LA twice last year. I guess I saw Sierra more than that because I went back for, yeah, but anyway, still it's really hard, and like growing up and you have more responsibilities and it's more things get in the way. And I only got to see my family at the holidays, which is really, like I want to make an effort to actually like go back more and spend more time and, you know, see more extended family. And it was so nice when my cousin came and visited, and like I just want to do more of that and really make an effort. And the last one, which is probably going to be a challenge, but that's why it's a goal, is integrate relationships into life. So I tend to be someone who just really, what I've realized about myself is like lives very compartmentally. I don't know, for example, like I see things, Amy Rauch actually explained this in one of her videos. I think she was talking about goals as well, where she just sees that she has these like separate things that are islands that don't integrate into one another. Like she has her YouTube world, and she has, I don't want to speak for her, but she said something like this, and I'm applying my own thoughts on it. And like my work self, and I don't have, you know, I don't like to have work people follow me on social media or know anything about social media, and I like to have this different, you know, have my social circle, and I don't necessarily put my friends on camera and YouTube. Like I don't mix that much, and I just feel like that's not, like sure there's a level of protection and some people want their privacy and everything, but I don't even ask people a lot of the time. I just assume that they don't want it and I don't want to put it on them and all this, and it's like, you know what, it doesn't have to be that way. And like relationships and, you know, friendships even, and things don't have to be completely private, and like there's aspects of it that you can still protect your privacy to a healthy extent and integrate and share things. So that's what I'm working on, which I talked about in my like intro video. So I want to get better about that on social media and do more of that, and like have my videos integrate more of my actual life and friends and people. So we'll see. Again, that's gonna be a slow process, so I'm trying. Okay, next is heart and spirit goals, which these are more personal, and I might not share all of them, but I'm gonna try. Okay, see, this is me like prefacing everything again. I told myself I wasn't gonna do that. Okay, the next one is just, again, I've literally said this like 50 times, becoming vulnerable with more people. The next one is honest and emotional journaling / outlets, and this is something that's always been a really hard thing for me because, you know, I've journaled a lot in the past and I've thought that it was therapeutic and helping me, but talking to my therapist about it, I really still wasn't letting myself like tap into the actual emotions of things. Like I very often when I try and journal or talk about my problems or whatever, it's like an intellectualized version of it where it's still easy to kind of like distance myself from it. And I think that I'm super self-aware about things because I can like talk about it and understand and, you know, diagnose my own problems, but I don't actually let myself feel the things or like express that emotion, and so it gets bottled up. So I want to actually work on having other outlets. Like when I first started therapy, I was an emotional wreck because I had so many things. Like my therapist probably thought that I was insane because I was crying like the whole session for the first few of them. But this is something I wouldn't normally share. But I realized that I just don't let myself like have an outlet, or I don't have an outlet where I regularly express those emotions. So I want to get better about actually letting myself feel those things when I'm trying to journal or get it out in some sort of other outlet that's like healthier. So that's what I want to work on. That's a big one. If you have any suggestions besides journaling that are good ways to express your emotion, because I'm just not someone who's going to like unload, and maybe I could be one day, but at this point I am not someone who like goes on emotional rants where I put that on other people. So I need some sort of outlet that I can like just use with myself for now. Next one, again, kind of similar, find balance in sharing in different capacities. So again, like, you know, having healthy and smart boundaries with things, like for example, work, you know, like I want to share to a professional extent, but that doesn't mean that you don't tell your coworkers anything about your life, you know? So just working on those kind of boundaries and everything. And the last one, which is definitely something that I have constantly struggled with. Well, I've never really thought of it as a struggle until this year, but is deconstructing my hyper independence. Because I absolutely am one of those people who like over relies on myself and like has always said like I don't want to be dependent on anyone and blah blah blah. And I think it's good to be independent in a healthy way, but also like no man is an island, no woman. And you know, I think it's good to be able to lean on people when you need to, and not just like have to deal with everything and do everything yourself. Like I don't think we're meant to live our lives that way. So working on kind of like unlearning some of those hyper independent qualities or thoughts or beliefs that I've had. Those are the heart and spirit goals. I'm really glad that I shared all those. Next is financial goals, and this is something that I didn't share last year, but these ones I didn't put anything too specific because also it's very personal to your own situation and yada yada yada. But the first one is just becoming someone who invests. I desperately have wanted to actually invest. No, that's a lie. I've told myself or told my dad or told people that I was planning to try investing more in the past couple years, and I've never actually just like taken a step or looked into it or made an effort to make that happen, to like look into the best kind of investments for myself and my portfolio and all of this. So this is the year, I'm saying it now, this is the year I'm going to become an investor of some sort. I'm going to try and invest my money wisely and learn about different ways to do it, or what, you know, different advantages of different avenues for investing. So I definitely want to learn about that and just become more financially intelligent, I guess. The next one is spend more wisely. I'm spending more on my rent this year, so I want to try and spend more wisely in other ways and not be so willy-nilly. I guess that's everyone's goal always, is just like be better with money, which I don't really think I'm irresponsible with money, to be honest, but I just want to be more intentional about the things that I'm spending my money on. And then this kind of goes with the same thing, is spend or save with a purpose. I don't remember the exact purpose I was thinking of when I wrote that down. Okay, the last one's not really a financial goal, but it kind of relates because it costs money. Is invest in myself and my health, because I'm definitely that person that would be like, oh, I'll put off going to the dentist this year, and then it's been like 3 years and I haven't had a checkup and all that. So I definitely need to break that this year. Like I'm literally 26 and I need to get a freaking permanent care physician and all of that stuff that I've just been putting off. So, and I've been using money as an excuse because I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend the money and I don't need it and I can wait and blah, blah, blah. And it's just not going to cut it for the rest of my life. So I need to be a responsible human person. And I bet a lot of people are judging me right now, but you know what? I'm sure a lot of people are also feeling the same thing. So maybe this is your sign to get a, what's the term? Primary care physician. That's my goal. Okay, so those are some of my financial goals. And the last one is work/career goals. And honestly, they haven't changed too much from last year's. The first one is carve out more of a niche in my field. So I think I've kind of worked on this in a sense, but I also have only been working in UN advocacy for the past year. So now that I feel like I'm getting a feel for it, kind of like what niche I want, or like certain topics that I want to focus on, or like be better at in the field kind of thing. So I wanted to do that. Next is strengthen UN network in person if possible. So for example, they said that they were going to reopen the UN to civil society organizations, but because of COVID, they're pushing it back again. So hopefully, I'm just hoping that I'll get to go to events in the near future in person and things like get better, obviously. And yeah, the in-person caveat is like depending, and it's not a real goal because it's out of my control, but I would love to be able to do that. And otherwise, just like still strengthening my network in the UN sphere. The next is work on my research and writing, publish more things, and build my own profile and find another job that I love early on. I'd like to avoid having a gap between jobs this time if I can. And if I'm able to like network well, and again, like we'll see what happens because my contract's up in the summer, but I would like to try and secure something earlier, and yeah, just like work on building my profile and like my network, like I said. Just knowing more people and feeling like I'm building a sphere for myself in this field, and then maybe consequently that would lead to another job. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, those are all my goals for 2022. I'm actually feeling so good about them and very motivated when I read them again, because I wrote these a few days ago. And I don't know, I'm just really proud of how far I've come and where I'm going, and I'm excited to bring you guys on the journey, hopefully, and just kind of like challenge myself more this year and become a better version of this bitch. So I hope you found these interesting or useful maybe to your own goals. Let me know if you have suggestions or like thoughts that these brought up for you or anything like that, and your own goals. I'd love to hear yours as well, because it's always good to get inspiration from other people, and you can use the comments as like a sounding board of everyone's goals, and then you might read some that really inspire you more than what I said. Feeling good about 2022, and I'm also freezing by sitting by this window, so I'm going to move now, and the sun went down while I was speaking. But it is now afternoon. I still need to get some editing done. I should be lighting a candle right now. What am I doing? Actually, I think I'm gonna go to the gym next because I wanna work out and shower before I eat dinner. And then I can just settle in, stay in my apartment, eat dinner, edit, watch something maybe, or read. Reading would probably be better. And I could read something from an author that I don't know or something, you know, like that. Hopefully you found this interesting. And if not, hopefully find something else in this video more interesting, but I don't know that it's gonna get more exciting from here. So we're just in for a cozy Sunday routine kind of video, if you didn't catch that drift already. So yeah, thanks for spending Sunday with me. I kind of forgot that I was vlogging for a bit there, but I went down, got a workout in, came back, and it's snowing once again, which is so hype. I didn't expect this. I mean, it was freezing cold today, but I didn't realize it was supposed to snow. And it's supposed to actually turn to rain, I think, throughout the night, because it's gonna get warmer, which is crazy because it's 19 degrees. But we're enjoying this while we can from the inside. This is a Target candle, Harvest Festival. It's a fall one, but you know, cozy vibes. Okay, boom, I just made my little bowl with rice, the leftovers, which are chicken, peppers, onion, some tomato salsa, corn, and then I put some vegan sprinkled cheese on top. So yum, and salsa, like I said. And I'm gonna have that with, these are so good if you haven't had them before. Highly recommend. They're jalapeno lime late July chips. They're kind of like Dorito-esque in the sense that they have like seasoning all over them, but they're healthier and so good. So highly recommend. I'm gonna eat this, maybe watch like a YouTube video, and then get to editing. So I'm gonna make some little spring roll, veggie roll type things with some peanut sauce. I think lights on is really talking, but I need to do my laundry. I'm making a really easy dinner. It's 11:30 p.m. now on Sunday night, Where's the volume in my hair? Nowhere to be found, as usual. But and I am just wrapping up the editing that I wanted to do. I didn't finish the video, but I finished like a rough cut to send to my manager because they're waiting on something from me. So that's like a weight off my chest, but I still have to finish the rest of it like another day this week. So I'm gonna send that over to them in an email really quick, and then I can wrap up my evening. And I did some cleaning. I showed a little bit of that, and my dishes and all of that usual Sunday stuff. And I just been watching a few YouTube videos. I want to try and sleep before midnight. I mean, ideally I would have been asleep at fucking like 9:30 or 10, but there's just too much to do and not enough hours in the day, and too many hours I spent being hungover laying in bed this morning. So truly this is my own doing. Yeah, I want to wrap up this vlog because I mostly wanted it to be kind of just like a chatty 2022 intentions check-in kind of thing in Sunday routine, and that's been what it's been. So it's been a great day. Then read for the rest of my evening. So that's all she wrote. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this chill Sunday in my life, and stick around, subscribe if you're not already. Much more to come, and I think we'll finally be on track with like being up to date-ish and uploading in real time. Oh my god, my voice, I need to stop after this, so we'll see. But love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.